Sure.
about today, or we'll take questions?
Well, first of all, thanks everybody in this room for coming out. Really appreciate you guys covering our team over the last 4 months. It doesn't go unnoticed. Your all's hard work as well. I think you guys are doing a terrific job telling like real truths and real stories about our program, so I appreciate that. Love the fans out here today. I mean, Big Blue Nation definitely showed up, especially with half a stadium, with weather glooming, an 11 a.m. kick. So I appreciate our fans, our support as well. Love seeing the band out there. I mean, I got emotional running out of that tunnel, and I know it wasn't a real game, but when I ran on the field, I definitely, man, I felt it. It was like a lot, like a wave running over me, and very, very just cool, man. Really, really cool. So, yeah, but the game's the game. You know, it's not real football, but I think we got a lot of really good work. That's the goal of spring, is to improve with fundamentals and technique, learn how to practice, learn what winning edges that we need throughout spring to go into summer and fall and prepare the team for play. You know, we came out of the scrimmage clean. There was no injuries, which to me, that's the biggest win of the day. I could care less about the score. I could care if we come out clean, that's good. The Wildcats won. So told the team I was just really proud of their effort, their intensity, their execution throughout the last really 4 months since we got here, their willingness to be coached, and we're undefeated right now. We're 0-0. So, there's a lot of happy faces in there, and now it's all about recovery, getting everybody throughout summer to get bigger, faster, stronger, get guys to fall and fall camp, and making sure I do a really good job of setting our guys up for success come fall. So, I told Jay and Joe, be simple. So you never know. I'm not saying anybody. You don't know who's in the stands. You really don't. And we're close to a lot of people, and that's just a fact. So we huddled a lot. We hit our signals. We didn't do any special teams because, I mean, shoot, you can go on YouTube and look up spring football games throughout the country and watch what spring ball looks like in other schools. There's not a lot of broadcasted game nationally because all you do as a coach, you get the TV copy, you splice it, and you study it. So that's one reason why it was not a national televised game. So we wanted to keep it really simple. The playbook was very minimal on offense and defense, and I was just looking really to come out clean, watch the guys play hard, tackle and block. And so there was definitely good moments on either side of the ball. Got to play cleaner in spots, but that's why we practice, and that's why we have this this game. So I'll open up to questions.
What was the you said you got emotional coming out. So what were you feeling?
I just like, it was just a wave, and I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I never ran out that tunnel like that, so that was really cool and unique. And I mean, just when the fight song plays, it literally just like it got me emotional, and so it was just a really cool moment for me.
Which position group was you most impressed with
I have to see the tape. My angle is not really the greatest angle to evaluate everybody. But I was really impressed. I felt like our edges played well and created havoc on the quarterback, and that's good to see. You definitely want to see sacks, TFLs on defense. Obviously not on offense, but it's tag on the quarterback. So I don't know how many of those Kenny would have got out of, or Ja'Kai or Brennan. So, but I thought the edges played well. The D-line played well in spots. But I'll have to watch the tape.
Will, is the Martell's Carter experiment, is that sustainable? Does he stay at running back? Or what do you see for him?
Yeah, I mean, like I told him, I'm very proud of him just for making a change. That's hard on a young man who is playing safety, and because you don't know what the future really holds. I'll tell you about this. Martellus Carter is about Kentucky. He's about the team. And what I saw every day from him was improvement. I mean, you all saw out there, he's got natural running back ability. He does. He catches the ball well. He's got good vision. So, I mean, I'm excited about the future of him at back, and we'll continue to press this summer and fall and get him in a spot to be productive for us this fall.
Well, you talked about Kenny's footwork, ability to escape some pressure.
Times we saw that a little bit today. Has that been a pleasant surprise?
Yeah, and I think he's always working on his drop mechanics. Just working through three-step drop timing with a hitch, pushing up in the pocket. Sometimes even I dealt with it some. I mean, I was a lot shorter than Kenny, but when you're trying to get vision, a lot of times guys like to get outside of the pocket. I mean, Bo Nix did it. So we worked a ton with Kenny on working through three-step drop mechanics, five-step drop mechanics from the gun, and really pushing and resetting the cup of the pocket. So I think he's working on that still, but I think just getting out there today for him was big, like the crowd, the clock. I think he operates really well. There's some throws I thought from my vantage point, like shaping it over a linebacker and pushing it down the field in spots, but I will never get mad at completions, ever, ever. It's about efficiency of offensive football, creating first downs, and staying on the field. So as long as we can do that and avoid negative plays, I think we can, definitely do some stuff offensively.
Seems like we saw. Will, you guys looked like you ran some stuff for Kenny Darby today, and he was very involved, made a few good catches in the one-on-ones early. How important is it to show these people you're trying to bring into the program in the future? You can come in and make an impact early if you're just willing to put in the effort, show the skill, and it seems like you guys are showing it early with him.
Yeah, if you're good enough, you're old enough, So if you can come in and be physically strong enough to play in the SEC and play against other good competition throughout the country, and you've shown the ability to learn what to do, this isn't high school ball, daddy ball. Like, we're putting the best dudes out there. If you can ball, you can ball. So Kenny is really talented, really talented. He catches the ball away from his body. He's a natural ball carrier. He's got some freakish abilities that I'm really excited about.
Seems like we saw a lot of that early already. You guys connection there with Kenny. Can you just talk about what you've seen from him in this offseason and what do you expect from him going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, Willie I've said it in here before, the guy's an NFL player. There's no doubt about it. He's got the size, he's got the speed. I think he's really worked just on his ability to catch the football, consistently. And he's a guy that looks like he's been in this system now for a long time. He learns the system really well. He can play inline off the ball. He can flex out. He can be a number one receiver out on the perimeter. He can match up against backers and safeties on the inside. So, said it in here before, if we don't find a way to get him the ball, then we're screwed up. He's a really, really good player.
Well, I don't think DJ Miller was on that list you guys Thursday. I didn't see
Yeah, he had a little hamstring, really like midweek. So I was like, all right, try to get him through 7-on-7, some 1-on-1, see how he's feeling. So there's no reason to push. He's put really good tape out there the past 4 or 5 weeks. So again, it goes back to getting these guys to the fall is really, really important for us.
So RDB were down 3 or 4 of your top
Yeah, I mean, Nick Anderson wasn't out there. DJ Shane was in a black jersey with a upper body deal that he played through, and he's done a really good job. But it allows those young guys to go out there and play. So, it was definitely precautionary.
How much were you able to use today as just like a trial run for how you want to run game days and things like that?
Well, the pregame is not our game day operation. We'll have a completely different model come fall that we'll practice probably 2 times before we actually take the field. The pregame today was more like a spring ball, and we do that mama drill. I thought it was just a good way to compete going into the locker room and get some fan engagement as well. So the pregame will be adjusted. I'm thinking about too, I don't know, Slack, she probably doesn't even know that if she's in here, but I don't know. I mean, I want to get dressed in our locker room over there, before the game. Come off the field after we kick our field goal, run all the way up into the craft center, have their space in there, and then have a nice long, nobody knows this, I thought about this before the game. Have a nice long catwalk, through the crowd, then come in the tunnel and run out, be able to dab up some fans, some young kids, and engage the fans and our players that way. So that's on my mind. So I'm going to ask for that. And but yeah, it was good just to get out there and be in Kroger Field. I mean, the wind really swirls in there, and I know the rain was coming too, but it's good for our kickers, our punters, pass catchers. So it's a great stadium, great turf, and great fans.
Seems like you guys got a little 2-minute drill there. Action first half. What did you see from Kenny in that, and kind of what's your mindset going into those 2-minute drills?
Yeah, well, we wanted to do it in end of half 2 minute where we actually played the actual clock rules in football, and then we were going to do it in the fourth quarter as well. But he had the first drive or the second drive. Second drive, yeah, good operation. It went down, and I believe we kicked the field goal on that one, which was good. Am I right on that? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, John. I knew you would know. Right. But yeah, I mean, I think 2-minute operation is all about getting the first completion and really the first down. If you can get in rhythm, put pressure on the defense, that really helps. And you don't overcomplicate a 2-minute drill. You really run like your core DNA plays that our guys could do in their sleep. So obviously got to know the clock rules and be dialed in on that, which we do 2-minute drills about every single day of practice. So that was definitely good work.
Talked about keeping it simple for the most part. We saw a little bit of flair at the end there with the Shane Hart
Yeah.
touchdown pass to Kenny Darby. Was that something you'd like to see? What is that something that
Yeah, I mean, you can't score if you don't try, So that was a good play. It was a fun play. I think Joe had put that on tape before, so some of the stuff that we put out there, it's already out there. So we weren't really trying to hide those types of plays, but tricks to me are they're another play in your playbook. We don't really make it like such a big deal that it gets guys on edge. Like you just rep it and you start it in spring and winter and just keep getting reps at it. So when you call in a game, guys can go execute.
Will, kind of given all the moving parts, new system, new personnel, transfers, everything, how pleased are you with where the offense is right now, going into the summer and fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, we're not near where we need to be to play consistent winning football, but offense is like art, it takes some time to groove and get guys going. I think I've told you guys know we have a blue and a white squad, so having a true, here's our offensive line, here's our ones, it didn't happen this spring, but that's on purpose. That's how you develop a roster. You give everybody the opportunity to come into practice and not worry about where they are on the depth chart. So what are we going to do this summer? Really continue to build repetitions at our core fundamental and base plays, base packages. And then as we hit fall, really develop that blue group as the group moving forward and the white group as the next group up. So, I think we made strides for sure. I think there's still things that we have to clean up, just fundamental and technique-wise, understanding of the system. But, I mean, I'm pleased so far. This is, I think I told maybe Pat or something, like when I first got to Oregon, we had Bo Nix, we had a bunch of NFL players, and I felt like I couldn't get a first down. I was like, God dang, are we going to be good? And we had the number 2 offense in the country. I'm not saying that is where we are right now, but spring ball, the way that we do things, sometimes it can be like, you're like, are we good? It's like, no, we're good. We have a great system. We have really good players. And that's what these next 4 months are for going into fall.
Well, because of your background, so much focused on offense since you got here, but what do you like about this defense and the idea?
It's super multiple. I think Jay's got a really good package. It's different fronts. You're going to see 4 down. You're going to see mint or 3 down. You're going to see some bear looks, some overload fronts. He's got really good stuff on 3rd down. They play tight match coverage. They also play some good vision zone, so it's definitely multiple. And it allows our guys to play free. They don't have to think much. So that's what I like. They really cut it loose. I think Jay's done an elite job so far of installing the base schemes. I mean, he probably ran like 3 or 4 calls out there today. You go into a game with a lot more volume. So to see those guys go execute, I thought they did a nice job.
How comfortable are you with the inside linebacker coming out of the spring?
Yeah, I think they've definitely improved, right? I think Grant Godfrey is definitely a leader in that room. He knows the defense very well. I've been very pleased with Bo Barnes and his continuous improvement. I like Twan. Twan's had a really good spring. He's super twitchy. Young Tavion's still growing in the scheme, just understanding how to play at this level consistently. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a good group. I think they have, and again, I think it starts with Grant and those guys that have been here and done a good job.
Coach, I think you landed
5 commitments so far. Not getting into any specifics, but what are you hearing from some of these high school players? What would you like to say to, potential high school players out there about this program?
I mean, yeah, we've done a really good job of getting commitments. You know, I always think like you win recruits in the fall. You really do. Going playing really well. Spring is there's a lot of buzz, which is awesome. I think when people come here, they see like authenticity, right, from the coaching staff. They see real connection from the team. They love Lexington. They love the University of Kentucky. They love what we do on offense, defense, and special teams. Just a bunch of real dudes, man, that coach football here that, guys don't have to feel on edge talking to. Like, I don't wear like a quarter zip and like khaki pants at work. Like, I would dress like a football coach, So I think when they come in our building, they're like, man, these are just normal dudes that love ball. They love their families. They love the Lord. Like, that's what they are. And so I think that's what's really gravitating these players to here is like-minded people surround themselves with other like-minded people. And so they come to Kentucky and they're like, man, I never knew it was like this. Yeah, well, like, we're going to recruit the best players in America. Like, that's our job, is to sign the absolute best players that we can. And we're not going to back down to anybody. So I think when they get that vibe, when they have that, when they see the confidence from our entire staff and our players, then they're like, man, I want to be a part of this. So it's been great so far. Winning spring is one thing. It's about winning games on Saturdays come fall.
Well, as fans of media, we can't wait until September 5th. As a head coach, how do you balance that patience versus, hey, we still have a lot of work to do?
Yeah, we had an entire Get Real session last Wednesday on focus, and it was really about like eliminating your mindset about the past, not worrying about the future, and truly focusing on the present and being able to press reset and having a one-play focus. And it's hard. It's almost impossible for anybody in this room to be completely 100% present. It just is. But it is a daily process, and it's coach speak, it's cliche, but it is so true. Like, if you cannot be where your feet are and focus on the task at hand, like, we don't know what's going to happen in the future if we don't take care of it today. So today's about recovery for our guys and enjoying their families, enjoying their friends that came in town to watch them play this great game. Tomorrow, resetting with some treatment from 11 to 2, and then Monday, watching the tape with this coaching staff, attacking the weights, and just progressing forward. So it is so much about being in the moment. Everything's so fast now, social media, everything's so fast right at our fingertips. So just to be able to enjoy today, I had a bunch of family, I had like 30-something people come from Louisville on a party bus, drinking a lot of beer and probably tequila and whatever they were drinking. They're having a lot of fun next door. Like, for me, like, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy them being here, them supporting me, my 2 kids, my beautiful wife, Darby. Like, that's what I'm trying to enjoy right now. And September 5th will be here, and when it's here, we'll be ready.
Couple more.
Go to Eric.
Different coaches. I mean, as many coaches there are, there's probably different things they look for and places they want to station themselves during spring game. What are you doing during the spring game? What are you hoping to influence on the field and see from where you are?
Well, I'm on the headset talking to both sides of the ball. I was listening to Joe call it, which, we have a lot of move the field, call it situations every practice to where it's non-scripted. You're basically just calling it like a game. So I get, my moments with Joe on the mic there, but then in these types of games where we have more of a game plan, be able to hear the calls from him, not interject in his play calls, but like off the sideline, hey, we like this, hey, get to this, next first down, I like this call. To give him just some thoughts, By the time we get to real games, like, we're going to be so dialed that we know the next call. So I was listening to Joe, listening to our offensive staff communicate, again, talking through situations with them. Hey, Joe, you got 4 downs here. Hey, if you get to 3rd or 4th and 3, like, we're going to go for it. And then with Jay, just listening to his calls as well and, trying to play the game in my mind. They practice their calls. Our players practice. Like, it's my job to practice being a head coach too. I didn't know the call on offense, but I saw the formation and I said, hey, they're going to naked here. And they ran a little bootleg. So being able to kind of go through that in my mind and give Jay any tips that I need to, that's good for us to hear. We have to have elite communication on game days. do not worry about the officials. Don't worry about anything. Just call the next play, the next play, the next play. Because if they're worried about some BS that doesn't matter, and if a call, whatever, all that's going to do is distract them from being their best on the next play. So it's my job to continue to preach that and demand that from our coordinators. And then I just like that view. I mean, I love the officials. They did a great job today. But if anybody gets near Kenny Minchie and Willie Rodriguez, I'm gonna blow that damn whistle. You know what I'm saying? So I had this very tight. That's right.
Last one.
Well, I'm just curious from what you saw this spring, what do you think about where the pass rush is and maybe how good you guys will be in that area?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I thought the edges played well. I thought they affected the passers today pretty well. And I mean, I think Tavion wasn't out there, but Mike Keese he's a really good player. He's an NFL player. I think C.J. Work showed some stuff. And again, like just watch what Jay did before. Like we got some really good stuff, some really good packages that I think are gonna definitely disrupt offenses. I know it did, the offense this spring until we kind of figured out some stuff. So I'm excited about what he's doing on defense and excited what T-Dub's doing with those edge rushers and Anwar as well. So looking forward to the next couple months.
Okay, folks, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. That's what our players do.